élargit l'accès au régime de soins dentaires pour que 5 millions de Canadiens de plus puissent en bénéficier. Nous avons renforcé nos relations avec l'Union européenne pour que nos exportateurs soient moins dépendants aux États-Unis. Nous avons conclu une entente militaire importante avec l'Australie et renforcé notre coopération militaire avec la France et le Royaume-Uni. I thought it was a good idea. Some counseled against this, but I thought it was a good idea in my first week as Prime Minister to bring together all the premiers of the provinces and the territories to get an agreement so that people and goods can move freely across this country for the first time in our history. And they agreed. And I thought afterwards, when's the last time they agreed about anything? except that they hate the federal government. Our government will do our part for free trade in Canada. We will legislate the removal of all federal restrictions by July 1st, free trade in Canada by Canada. With this group, within 9 days, we did more than 𝗙𝗶⁴ has imagined in his many decades in politics. Yeah, go Bruce. Bruce has an imagination. That's right, quality of X-Plot. We just need to remove him. There's no violence. He's had his time. He's got his pension. He only wanted to serve in campaign after that. And we went straight to what this country needs. Day one, we announced a middle-class tax that can deliver up to $825 for your family per year. We went to Halifax the next day and released the most ambitious plan for the Canadian Armed Forces in our history. We need to keep our Canadians safe. In Windsor, we knew what was coming from Trump. So we unveiled an auto strategy for a made-in-Canada auto sector and protected our workers. In Montreal, we announced investments in entirely new trade corridors and ports so we can diversify our trade away from the United States to reliable trading partners. We went to Vaughan and announced a new strategy for home building to double the pace of home building to 500,000 a year. And in the you know what? We don't want to just do that. We have to do that. But we're going to do it in a smart way. We're going to do it in a smart way that builds an entirely new industry with Canadian technology, Canadian mass timber, Canadian skilled labor. In Victoria, we announced the biggest strategy to protect our nature, our land, our water, our biodiversity. And then the next day in Calgary, for your future, that's right, we're protecting it for your future. That's our responsibility. And then in Calgary, we laid out the plan to make Canada an energy superpower in clean and conventional energy. And with Bill Blair and Natalie Provost in Brampton, we announced what we're going to do to stop gun violence and to make your communities safer. We've done a lot. This is 1 month. describing the highlights from 1 month. Just imagine what the Liberal Party could do with a strong mandate back then. We need that strong mandate because, let's face it, President Trump is trying to break us so that America can own us. That will never happen. I can tell this crowd alone will stop that. We've got reinforcements across the country. We got reinforcements across the country. You know, elbows up. That's right. There should be no doubt. Look, it has taken some time, but I think we are over now the shock of the betrayal, and it is a betrayal. But we should never forget the lessons. We have to look out for ourselves. And we have to take care of each other. We didn't ask for this fight. We didn't ask for this fight. But, yeah, exactly. But Canadians are always ready when someone drops the gloves. And in a trade war, just like in hockey, we will win. You know, I, like many of you, and God, I mean, we're in Hockey Central here, Nepean Raiders. We're in Hockey Central. Hockey played a big part of my life. I grew up in Alberta. I grew up with the values I learned at the kitchen table, in the classroom, and on the ice. My parents were teachers. And they taught me to give up for teachers. You either are a teacher or you've met a teacher at some point. And my parents, they stressed the importance of hard work, of community, and taking care of each other. My coaches taught me to play hard, to be ambitious, and because it's Canada, to stay humble. These are Nepean values. These are Canadian values. And I kept these values close. I kept these values close when I was fighting crises and building economies around the world, and I'm drawing on them now to stand up to President Trump and to build the strongest economy in the G7, an economy that and, you know, 𝗙𝗶𝗆𝗀, we're just going to take care of him. Mr. 𝗙𝗆𝗀 does not. No pressure. He doesn't get any of this because, and I've seen this movie around the world, there is a type of right-wing politician who literally worships at the altar, 𝗙𝗵𝗆 Trump, yes, worships at the altar of the free market despite never having actually worked in it. It's a kind of politician who's so sure they never change their mind. And because they never change their mind, they can't deliver the type of change we need in this crisis.